Hello and welcome to Ancient Egypt with me, by Jingo. And here we are at the decline of the Old Kingdom. There's thrashing armies and mighty battles and a collapsing central government as local nomarchs take control after the tyranny of Snofru. And we'll be building a city. What more could you want? There's violence and battles and scenes of valour. And I'll be, building housing blocks. But you won't want it any other way. Otherwise you'd be watching on your own Total War videos or something like that. Or somebody else's videos, I don't know. Can't imagine why. Anyway, we are going to Dakhla Oasis, which is order amid the chaos. I did a voter's choice on this, but it's so long ago, and I'll be honest, when I do these voter's choice, I do tend to tip my hand on the scales one way or the other. Dunqul Oasis is horrible. So I put my finger as much as I could on the scales, and so far as to say I prefer Dakhla Oasis. If you ever see the map, and if I'm doing the editing afterwards, I might just bring up a map of the city. It looks awful. I've never played it, but it looks awful. Anyway, to Dakhla Oasis.
Pepi has taken the throne and awarded your family with the status of Chancellor. But it has come with a price. Centralized authority continues to erode as local and regional leaders become more powerful.
Harvests in some regions are far below normal, and the spectre of famine has begun to appear in Egypt.
Mennefer, once a splendid and beautiful city, is beginning to decline.
Hey, I built Mennefer.
Difficult times to come. Our powerful neighbors are moving to take advantage of our increasing weakness. Our outpost at Buhen is under siege from fearless Kushite soldiers sent from Kerma, the largest non-Egyptian city in Africa. The Kushite are demanding tribute, and slight provocation could lead to an outright attack. Nubia too has issued a call to war and is seeking to reclaim lost land. Try to keep Egypt stable by establishing an administrative post at Dakhla Oasis. The oasis has a large stand of valuable trees, but these trees unfortunately block access to the limited water supply at the oasis. From this important location, import ebony from the African interior. Pepi, anticipating his journey to the afterlife, will request bricks for the construction of his monument. Other cities, short on food, will request sustenance from him.
I mean, everything's falling apart in this life, but the afterlife, who knows? Right, Dakhla Oasis, the caravan trail. Like I say, everything's going on all over Egypt now. This is a periodic thing in Egypt. It lasts a long time, but it goes through peaks and troughs, and I think we're very much on the downward slope. Anyway, we'll come back again. It lasts for millennia. I think the Chinese are the same. Very long, stable, standing civilization, but I'm getting this from playing Emperor, of course. It's going to go through boons, and then everything falls apart into warring states, and up again, and everything back down again. And it just, after a certain point, you feel like you're doing the same things again. Oh, I'm building it all up again. Then it all comes crashing down. Anyway, this is the first time it's happened, so I shouldn't get too weary. Population of 5,000, prosperity rating of 45, kingdom rating of 65, culture rating of 50, and a monument rating of 6. Well, at least Pepe's being quite reasonable in that respect. I think this is the first city where you can build palatial estates, so we will try for that. Right, and here we are. Hyenas. Ostrichi. I've got some meadows. This is quite lush. I don't think there's much violence in this mission either. The map as it stands. This is us right out of the way. This is where chaos is taken. I'm going to Mennefer now. It's so faded. Here be dragons. Here be Libyans. Here be chaos. And this is us. Marvellous. Right, and there's us again. I forgot about that. So wood's going to be a primary export, but how much we can actually export, I'm not sure. Expensive stuff, and you can't fashion weapons out of it. Woodcutter, clay pit. What farms have we got? Grain and barley, so we can drink. All the resources needed to get to at least a spacious homestead. You get a feeling that in order to avoid using too much... Oh, very clever. Just remember this. All of the grassland there is meadow as well, so apart from that bit. So that there's no bits that you won't be building on potential food sources. However, ostriches are free. So what I will do, make that a little bit bigger there, and then nice big, let's make it into a nice rectangle, because I'm feeling ambitious. Hopefully you're not getting noises of me breathing through my nose into the microphone. I know this has been a problem for me. It's been incredibly self-conscious when you're trying to do a commentary and all I can hear is... So what I've done is, that's unpleasant for all concerned, I apologise, lifted the microphone above my nose, so hopefully when I breathe out, it's not going directly into the microphone. It does mean it is kind of going into my eye, a bit like the sort of sci-fi thing where you get people with like tinted glass over one eye, and that's where the computer screen is and they can see everything. All I can see through my left eye is the microphone. Not strictly true, you can also see around it in peripheral vision. Anyway, less about me, it says, after offering probably 2 hours of me rabbiting on. How have you been? I've not seen anybody. I don't see anybody. Yes, this is nonsense. I've not been around since May. For that I apologise. Funny story, sort of. I thought I'd make a lot of Let's Play videos, but it's a long time since I've actually watched one. So I started, and then, it's just... I just got lost in them. They are a massive time sink. But the good ones, you don't feel like you're wasting time at all, and it is a lot easier than playing the games. I'm quite idle, so in that respect I do quite like them. I was watching DDR Jake, who now works for Paradox, and ended up pointing out flaws in Paradox games, making videos about how to exploit various exploits in Europa Universalis 3, and later 4. And then they hired him as a quality assurance guy, as you do. He's now a junior developer. I don't think any such thing is going to happen here. Sierra, as far as I know, have gone out of business, and I'm not hardly pointing out flaws. Let's see. Still got a nice challenge, if I can manage it, of not going into the red if I can help it. When I've got enough here at the moment for water, food, put the bazaar in. Who's the patron? Temple Complex to Ptah. That's good, he's nice. Apart from when it destroys your storage jars, and he's not. So we'll have Temple to Ptah for the time being, and then the Shrine to Ra, and the Shrine to Bast. Good. Right. Now let's make some money. I can export bricks, interesting. Wood makes sense. So yeah, I've kind of missed out on all the things that happened this year. probably just as well. That was expensive. Primarily Brexit in front. But then again, who wants to hear about that when you're just trying to enjoy a game, eh? It's now Christmas. And for Christmas we watched The Man Who Would Be King. It's a great film. Last year we watched Zulu. We seem to be going through 1 year at a time the anthology of Michael Caine. And not lots of people know that. That was appalling, I'm sorry. Very good film. I thought I watched it before, but I evidently wasn't paying attention, because it's so good, and there's so many things I'd forgotten. So we've got wood. We've got food, water. What more do we need? And here come all the people being eaten by hyenas. Ooh, I thought it was taking a while. I did toy with the idea of, doing that gamey thing where you put gardens around them at the start of the mission. But that's gamey. Don't eat them. Although if you could have some self-preservation, perhaps you could go the other way around. I'm not being funny. Wow, this is a slaughter. Who are they going for? Finally, some people have arrived. I thought this day would never come. I don't think there's actually any military in this mission, but I wouldn't want to risk it. That wouldn't have happened if hyenas hadn't eaten all the people. Oh well. I get a feeling this happens every time. At least this time I can blame the hyenas. Well, they've gone back contented, well fed. Only 100 people have come through so far. They're taking the altogether more sensible path. Oh, give over! Perhaps if I'd have put oh, the roadblock's burned down. I don't know how. We're all right, actually, in terms of Devon, though. And to be honest, you don't need more than one hunting lodge to start a mission anyway. You do, however, need a granary. You build those roadblocks that burn down. Who's ever heard of a roadblock burning down? What's in there to even burn up? Right, here's progress anyway. Oh, leave me alone! Oh, they're going to be the traders as well. I've got no sympathy. There's a fire marshal right there. Theoretically. Starters mean to go on. Who needs 4 woodcutters anyway? There's a balance sheet. That's cost me about 500 Deben. Those hyenas. Oh my god, I'm going to get my monies back. Killed the hunter. That doesn't happen very often. Still, the found a new one off too quickly enough. Look, now we've got some food, so, you know, everybody's happy. Apart from the gods. They're probably going to start getting a bit antsy. Oh no. So far, people are too preoccupied with physical needs to think about religion. Oof, how blasphemous. For how many are needed? Not too many, actually, so we'll rebuild the woodcutters. I didn't tell them to export, did I? Oh well. So we'll export this. So yeah, I just, you know, when you get out of the habit of doing something, in this case it was Let's Playing. And now I can't remember how to do it. I remember being able to talk for hours on end about nothing in particular. It's like incidental stuff. Occasionally I'd talk about the game, but you never know. That's a fine cup of tea. Yeah. And what I was thinking, in some respects, it's a little like a podcast, if you can imagine it being like that. I mean, less organised and with no particular theme. Well, you're essentially listening to somebody talk for about an hour and a half about random stuff. And in a certain sense, you could sell it as a podcast. Well, I wouldn't. I think they're going an awful long way just to pick up some wood, so I'm going to put that there. And a couple of roadblocks. Fine. Be like that. What do I care? Now what I might do is open up the second trade route. Maybe not. For 1,000 and all they do is buy a little bit of wood. That's supposed to be exchequer as well. Right, wait for some money to come in. I'm going to have to do something about those hyenas. He's alright, he's already bought the wood. And what I might be inclined to do first is to get a fort of archers. I think that shows how it's not an aggressive mission. I can't actually physically build proper infantry. I mean, I can't afford it, but it's something to do. I think next priority would be to sort out the hyenas, because they're quite devastating. I'm to share my ostriches with them. Anyway, there are enough ostriches on this map to make sure that all the paupers eat game meat, and then anybody richer than that gets imported stuff and grain, which you can primarily use to get straw. Put them like a low fertility bit like that. There'll be straw farms. So as soon as somebody wants to buy something from me, I'll be much obliged. Ah, here he is.
It's the trader's life for me.
So we've got straw, and then we can put clay, and then potter. You can sort out all our needs. We can be pretty self-sufficient. Oh, he's taking his dear sweet time. What was that last message? Oh, people are pleased with me. Good. Right, next thing is to build a fort of archers. I've been experimenting as well with the potential of using archers instead of just infantrymen. I think it was in one of the comments about 6 months ago. Nothing wrong with them. As long as you're on the back line and you have your infantry in front, they're cheaper and they're quite effective. Hopefully, they should be able, like a troop of 16 should be able to sort out these hyenas.
I'll be a hero when I
That's alright, it's already paid.
back to my
I don't mind them being there as if they're coming in the other direction.
It's the trader's life for me.
I suppose you're going to have to buy some more, wouldn't you? So that'll be done in a year and a half. I've got a bit of money to play around with now, so what I will do... Next fleet will fail in its entirety. Will it now? Let's get some grain on the go. No, let's... I could do with some houses... here. Hopefully they'll move into them. Good. I'm going to stick that there, the roadblock on. I think this is how the game is supposed to play in regards to housing. We can also build a second... not that. Hunter's Lodge. And let's get a monument started early, I think. That's where I always fall down with these missions. I don't start thinking about monuments until... 100 blocks of granite. So it's far too late. What I was going to do is like start building the monuments, setting the groundwork and stuff like that. I don't think I've got the money to keep buying granite. How much would I need? 100, and that costs. Nobody knows. I'd say probably around the limestone mark of 46. So as I find 4,600 from somewhere. So what I'll do is I'll do a domestic thing where we'll put in a clay pit 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Get some brickworks. 2, 3, 4. And then get some grain farms in for the straw. So I don't need to worry about irrigation, because that's only important when there's... Hey, everybody's got a job. Firehouse, architect's post. So irrigation's only important when you're worrying about fertile grain. I feel like I ought to. feel it'd be remiss of me. So, straw produces the same amount regardless of fertility. I think it's like 100 units per year or something like that. But grain can produce more than that or less than that, and that's all dependent on fertility. I shouldn't have any problems with that. So I said I wasn't going to do any irrigation, and that's the first thing I did. Storage yard there for pottery and clay. Not clay, bricks. We'll take half of that and half of that, and then we can sell them. Probably going to want a little, you know, for the people. How are the gods feeling? Apathetic. Good. 36. They're worried about desirability. I myself would have more pressing concerns. So I'll put some more housing in. And put in a nice large statue of a ram. There we go. Also, when I've got the money, I need to build a pavilion, but that's going to be a while. Short by hundreds, I may have overdone this a little bit. Let's turn off brickworks and straw. Let's turn them all off. There's no point in pottery yet until we get some entertainment. Bargains. Population milestone only 500. We've been doing this for ages. I should be budding metropolis by now. Right, I think we've got enough archers there to give them what for. That's a little bit useless. It's a good job they're not attacking you. Right. Whoa. Oh, we killed one. Yeah, feel free to just, attack any time. Ah, that's better. That's what it's all about. I don't know if you can wipe out hyenas. I think they're just naturally regenerating, so you just do it all game unless you wall them in, I suppose. Excellent. Right, you go on expedition into the dunes to sort out hyenas. Probably forget about them. Oh, look at that, we've got some grain. We didn't want any grain, but we've got some. I actually wanted straw, but never mind. Oh, who's displeased? Ra? Who does he think he is? We've got some fancy cottages. Another thing I've learned this embarrassingly recently, the more cost-effective way of building a city's population is to build your houses up, of course. Because placing this down, it's expensive stuff. It costs like 8 per square, I think. Whereas it costs nothing to upgrade a house. They pay for that. I mean, you have got to provide the facilities, but 60 for a juggler's booth is nothing. I could pay for one though. I thought for a second we'd lost them all. Sends them out against hyenas, forget about them, and they come back beaten. This could be a long battle. Well, not necessarily, actually. Am I getting experience for this? No, I'm not. Oh, I should have seen that coming. Well, there's only a firehouse down the street. In fact, the firehouse is burnt down. And it might be an idea to cut off those labour pools. So if I put a roadblock in there, everybody gets access to labour, but they're not doing an overly complicated route. Architect's post, and that's all you need. And I need some monetarily, I am on the ball on this, but it does make for very slow expansion. I'm not going to lie. Never mind. I say expansion, it's then just a bundle of ruins. I'm surprised at how few hunters' lodges you need. I've got 2, and I say but to feed so many. You can return to the fort because you're a bit shaken. Attacking too many hyenas, but they've really done a number on them. Look at that. Now you need some pottery, so there is a point to opening up now. So I will. All one of them that's left. I've got plenty of money now. Look at that, 3,000. Yeah, that's always going to be a bit of a problem. I might put a large statue there. Lovely. I've doubled the housing capacity. Now that would have cost a fortune in extra housing, in terms of space as well. Have they got straw? And if not, why not? So what could I have? I could have a storage yard It's a bit close, but I could have it there. So I might put it in there. This can be your standard, like, Pauper's Domestic Goods Emporium. That, and then... I don't need any more than that, do they? Short of employees again. Where do you think you're going? Yes. Ah, bloody hell. Yes. Not overly harmful. Well, off you go. Oh, he's got it eaten. For once, they're being useful. Hey, lesson learned. Got plenty of money now, no excuse for not to have a few shrines to bast. And not on Patar. Patar seems quite content, really, all things considered. Thank you. Get out of it. I'm gonna fall out with these hyenas in a minute. Ooh, I thought we almost lost one then. There's this farmer, there's a battle going on outside of Egypt, fellow Egyptians fighting each other. I'm having a hard time dealing with the hyenas. They're busy killing immigrants. Rather xenophobic of them. Huge scores of them. So we know that they can take on 2-on-1 actually. Can do it, but won't. Fine, I'll stockpile it. Of course, that's my main income for like 10 months or whatever. But you know, a friend indeed and all that. What I can do, I think, I've got the money to start thinking about. Road blocking would be a good start. That's what I wanted to do. That should be fine. The firehouse and architect's post. And they are going to... never mind. Do nothing for the time being, apparently. Except none, except none, except no. I'm missing one. Missing one. No. Where do you get granite from? Somewhere up here, presumably. Perhaps that's what that mission is about. 1800 for wood. They're going to start selling me granite if I do that. Also, job by 99 employees. Can send them firing arrows, do they? What's the morale like? Below average, I can go in there. Or you can finish them off. 1400, no, that's not bad. Almost there. I should have done that first time round. A quick expedition over there to finish off that batch. Now hopefully I should sort them out for a year or so.
There are so many places in poor condition, I can barely keep up.
14... It's been like that for quite a while, I was concerned. Oh. Got 100 more. They're shaken. Actually, they've lost somebody. They have. The hyenas have finally claimed a victim. What was that? Good, get it done. Now we can start selling them again then. What are our employment levels? Job by 51. Well, it will be if people keep eating them. Well, this isn't the glorious city that I envisioned, but it will be at some point. Anyway, I'm not going to make it into a nice great big long video because I'm trying to keep it sharp and snappy, and this is just a welcome back and get me back into the mood of let's playing and such like. Whatever such like is. So, I've got the basics, but there's lots of room for potential. There's growth, opportunities, violence, chaos, and lots of wood. So I'm going to leave this here, and we'll return in the not too distant future. Let's say June next year. Boom boom. And we can probably do that. Well, look at that. Oh, just call me the Famine Buster. There you go. I can stop doing that now. You can get maximum of both. I've got two different types of food now. I feel quite bountiful. Missing out 62 Devon. But then again, I think it's only January, isn't it? February. Close enough. Anyway. Yeah, next term we're going to get some cash flow, population, organised government. Nifty. So I'll see you then. Ta-ra a bit. Ta-ra a bit, really?